Hey guys, Barker again. I just wanted to go over something with you because a lot of people are having the same difficulty on something. So I'm just going to share my screen real quick. Hopefully that's what I'm doing. Yes, there it is. Share. Okay, so here's what I want to show you. So this was one of the questions that you guys, or one of the sentences that you guys had to correct, right? Marianne Bell was her name, period. A sweet, big-boned, and tall girl. So a whole bunch of you got this one wrong. And I get why, it's kind of hard. So that's why I want to talk to you about it. So this first part of the sentence, it's fine. Marianne Bell was her name. It works, right? It's a full sentence. The second part really isn't, right? A good test for if something is a complete sentence or not, at least what I do in my head, I imagine like walking up to somebody and saying it. So imagine you just walked up to your mom and said, a sweet, big boned and tall girl. And she'd be like, what are you talking about, right? Okay, so that's a good test. So let's look at that. How do we fix it? Well, first of all, let's look at the way we want to connect that. So let's say we want to connect these two sentences because they're related, right? So how could we do that? Well, one way we could do it would be to put a colon here. And I'm going to make a presentation about colons because I know a lot of people are confused about them. I just haven't quite done it yet, but I'm going to. Okay, so because remember, a colon sets up for the next part, right? So Marianne Bell was her name. And the colon kind of says, and it was, right? Or and she was, right? Like a description of her actually would be more accurate in this case, okay? All right, so then also, this is all in one sentence, so we don't need a capital. Now, what do we do now? Well, the way it reads right now, it says Marianne Bell was her name. And then when we're describing her, she's a sweet, big boned and tall girl. So does that mean that her bones are sweet and big? Sweet, big boned, gross, right? And that's not what it's trying to say at all, right? It's trying to say she's sweet, right? And she was a big boned and tall girl, like trying to describe her, right? So in order to fix that, you'd want to say a sweet, comma, big boned, right? And tall girl. This comma right here is commonly known as the Oxford comma. And it's the one that goes at the end of a list right before the conjunction, which is and, right? Just gonna make it, there we go. Okay, that's the Oxford comma. And that's what you always wanna have when you have a list like that. Okay, so now what does it say? Marianne Bell was her name, a sweet, big boned and tall girl. There, good fix, right? Don't forget to check the comments that I make on your assignments. And if I say that you made a mistake with I or me, check that presentation. If I say that you have a run-on sentence issue, check that presentation, okay? That's what those are there for. They're like your own little personal lectures. You can watch anytime, which I'm sure you just want to always watch them, I know. So, all right, that's it. Thanks a lot. I go back to the meeting so I can. Here we go. All right. See you guys later.